So if you watch my videos, follow me on Twitter, or you're in the Discord, you'll have heard me talking excessively this past week about the Football Manager Streamer Showdown. At the same time, I've had quite a few questions asking me, what is the Showdown? So today's video is going to explain everything. So the Football Manager Streamer Showdown is a football manager competition where we take 9 creators and put them up against each other to find out who's the best. Each showdown we do has a different stipulation for the different players that we can pick, so it's always interesting and unique. And it also provides a nice challenge for the creators involved to research different leagues, different players, and try and build tactical styles that work well. We did a few streamer showdowns in FM20, but this weekend it's the first streamer showdown of FM21. It's the biggest and best production we've ever put on, and we really want you guys to get involved. So before I tell you where you can watch it, I'm going to tell you who is involved in this streamer showdown. The 9 competitors are myself, Dr. Benji, Work the Space, Lelujo, Zealand, Second Yellow Card, Fox in the Box, Clates, and Chesnoid. Wow, I've actually smashed that first time. Amazing. So as 9 creators, pick teams, we play against each other, find out who is the best. Now, where can you watch this? Well, everything is over on twitch.tv, all on our individual channels. So there's 9 creators, there's 9 different perspectives you can watch from. I think it's pretty impossible to watch 9 streams at the same time. So if you don't want to watch 9 streams at the same time, you can either watch your favourite creator or creators, or what's probably better is to watch the programme we put on called The Lowdown. The Lowdown is basically our version of Sky Sports News, Soccer Saturday, Final Score, something like that. It's akin to that sort of thing where you've got a host in Nerdphonic, he's got a panel of people alongside him, and they keep up to date with absolutely everything. Every game, every goal, every play, everything. Basically, anything you want, it's on The Lowdown. So I will make sure to leave a link in the description to obviously my Twitch channel, but also The Lowdown's Twitch channel as well, to make sure you go and follow that to keep up with everything. So as I say, the showdown is over on Twitch, not YouTube. This is the YouTube video, obviously, but we want to try and bring our audiences over from YouTube to watch us play in this competition because we think you guys would really enjoy it. In fact, we're currently sponsored by KFC, very kindly, and we'll be giving away some chicken codes this weekend. So if you just want some free chicken and a chance to win it, come along to watch. So now you know what it is, who's in it, and where to watch it, it's time to explain how it works. It's pretty simple, actually. It's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. The showdown is split into 3 different nights. You've got the draft night, the league night, and the knockout night. First of all, we'll talk about the draft night. Now, the draft night for us happened on Thursday, and draft night is where we pick our teams. It's actually a particularly intense process because obviously you do hours and hours and hours of scouting of players in Football Manager. You build your short list and your long lists, and you go into the draft thinking, I'm going to get every player that I want. The thing is, you've got 8 other competitors on there also trying to get every player that you want as well. So very quickly, you might get 1 or 2 players that you want, and everyone else is gone. You then got to adapt your draft style to then try and get the best team possible. It gets very stressful, and bad things can happen. It will come through in a second, so I've got 10 seconds to pick, won't it? He's gone for Tomori. That's actually quite a good value, to be fair. We now can't pick anyone, can we? I haven't picked Tomori! I've not picked Tomori! How many... Oh, it's twice now the game has just bugged out on me. Although that instance was the game breaking itself, not me messing around. That was... Oh, you hate to see that. So once we have drafted our teams, we then spend some time building some tactics, trying to work out what works best. And then we get to Saturday night, tonight, which is the league system of the Streamer Showdown. So from 6:45 tonight on my Twitch channel, I'll be going live 6:30 on The Lowdown if you want to watch a bit of build-up as well. All 9 of us are in a round-robin league system. We play against each other once, because twice would be very excessive in the amount of time that we have. So we play against each other once, 8 games each. Obviously, a win gets you 3 points, a draw gets you 1 point, a loss gets you 0 points. And obviously, the aim is to finish as high up the league as possible. Now, the league doesn't necessarily mean all that much. Obviously, winner of the league gets the bragging rights of winning the league, but the real prize is on Sunday, which we'll talk about very shortly. Because there's 9 teams, that means that one team does have to go out. And in the league, the bottom 2 have to play an elimination match, which is exclusively on The Lowdown on Sunday. Whoever wins that elimination match will then go through into the knockouts with everyone else on Sunday. And this is kind of what the league system is for. The league system is a seeding system. So whoever wins the league gets to play the winner of the knockouts. Second gets to play 7th. Third gets to play 6th. My maths is trying to work it out here. And then third plays 4th. There we go. That was simple. So theoretically, first has the easiest job because they get to play the team that came bottom. However, we have seen in several Streamer Showdowns that that's not the case. The time I won the Streamer Showdown, actually, I was in the elimination match, won the elimination match, and then went through all the knockouts to win the entire competition. So the knockouts happen on Sunday. The league's on Saturday, the knockouts are on Sunday. And this is just a simple two-legged affair for each game. Knockouts, winner takes it all, progresses to the next round, all the way to the final, and then whoever wins the final is the Streamer Showdown champion. So it's a pretty epic competition. It's really, really good fun to watch and take part in, because I've done both. I've watched, I've taken part, I've been on my load, I've done everything, and it's really good fun. This time out, it's the biggest and best production we've put on ever, so we'd love for you to come and watch. And even if you want to watch an hour or so, we'd just love you to come along and see what we do. Anyway, I drafted my team on Thursday. It's now time to have a look at the team that I've drafted. So this is the team that I ended up drafting, and I'm pretty happy with the team. Now, I don't want to show you the formation and tactics just yet because I don't want to give stuff away to my competitors, but you can see here that we are going to be playing a 4-3-3 defence midfielder wide formation, and this is the starting lineup. And I'll sort of go through why I've picked some players, because some people in the chat were like, why have you picked that player? It's important to note as well that the values down here they're different to the draft value. Draft has its own set of values, and if I can remember correctly, I'll try and say some of the draft. Like Ronaldo was 99 million. He took 99 million pounds of my 500 million pound budget. So just remember things like that. In fact, we'll start off with Ronaldo. He was my first pick. I went for Ronaldo and I thought, let's get him in. I don't need to explain him too much. He is absolutely insane. He's been very hit and miss in previous showdowns, but I wanted to give him a go, see what he could do. My actual plan was to get Ronaldo and then try and get Lionel Messi to play on the other wing for a combined total of just under £200 million out of my £500 million for two players. Now, unfortunately, Dr. Benji, he got Messi instead, so I couldn't do that. So instead of getting Messi, I've gone for Bernardo Silva to play on that right-hand side. One of the best right wingers in the game based on attributes. And then to complement them up front, I did actually want Jamie Vardy, but he went very quickly. So I went for the next best thing in my opinion, which was Luis Suarez. Still a really top quality player, great finishing, great first touch. Mentals are incredible. I think genuinely, I have the best front three in the entire Streamer Showdown. Now, in trying to go for the best front three in the entire Streamer Showdown, I have maybe skimped out a little bit on other areas. I mean, I spent nearly £250 million on just 3 players, so I had to go a bit cheaper on other players. However, I feel like I have got some vastly underrated and undervalued players. Reguilon was only, I think, 12 million or so, and he is really solid for £12 million. One of the best left backs in the game, in my opinion. Really high work rate, which is what I love. I love that in my team. He's got some good pace, good crossing, good dribbling. He's a great player. There's a lot of question marks over my centre-backs of Chiellini and Acerbi, and yes, they are a little old. You know, I get that. However, their mentals are absolutely insane, and their physicals are really solid too, even though they are both over 30. 12 pace for Acerbi and 13 pace for Chiellini. And just look at the mentals on Chiellini. Like, he's a leader, an actual natural-born leader of this team. Like, I am really happy. Now, I wanted Chiellini. He was one of my first picks for defenders. Acerbi was back up to who I wanted. I wanted Skriniar alongside Chiellini, but Acerbi for me is just as good. Also very pleased with Azpilicueta. If anything bad happens to any of my other centre-backs or left-backs or anything like that, he can fill in anywhere, which is fantastic. So very pleased with Azpilicueta picking him up too. David De Gea is another player who is vastly undervalued in draft mode. He's like £11 million in draft mode, and for a keeper of his ability, that is absolutely insane. He's genuinely, I think, top 5 keepers in the game, I think. So to pick him up for so cheap, I was really, really pleased. There are a few question marks over his passing, his throwing, his vision. Little question marks over things like that. But as an actual keeper, he's solid. If there is a weak area of my squad, though, I would say it might be the centre of midfield / CDM. Yes, we've got Gundogan, we've got Paredes, we've got Ander Herrera, we've got Hector Herrera, we've got and Aaron Guice as well, who's really solid. However, none of them are like standout massive performers. They're not a Ronaldo, they're not a Silva, they're not a Suarez, they're not a Chiellini or a Reguilon or a De Gea. Midfield is maybe where we're lacking a little bit. Saying that though, I think we have some solid picks, and again, like their mentals are through the roof. Mentals for my team are always through the roof in Streamer Showdowns, and it's won me one before, it's maybe come last in one before. It's a little bit weird, you know, you never quite know what's going to happen, but for me, I think Ander Herrera is a fantastic pickup. I really love his work rate, his teamwork, his positioning, all that kind of stuff. The same with Gundogan, he is really, really good. His passing and his technique and vision are top notch as well, so a great playmaker for me, and especially if he can play with both feet. Paredes was a little bit of a blind one for me. He wasn't on any of my shortlists. It was getting towards the end, I was panicking. He looked rather good to me. Again, passing technique, work rate, vision, it's all really solid. So I thought he'd be a great player to bring in as well. And then we've got a few backup players as well. Now, annoyingly, the game did glitch out a little bit. I didn't pick Musiala or Tomori. The game thought, you're having them, and I got them. So not quite my ideal players to get in there, but Tomori and Musiala, hopefully, you know, if we need them, they'll be decent. Juan Bernat is great. If we have any injuries on the left-hand side of the pitch, he fills in because he is so versatile and just, you know, he's absolutely brilliant. Aranguiz, same thing, centre midfield, attacking midfield, he can just sort of fill in anywhere. Lamela was a bit of a blind one. I wasn't planning on picking him, but it's just what happened in the end. But again, he can sort of play across the attacking midfield line, which is fantastic. Really happy with him. Milik is a bit of a weird one. I know people thought that's a bit of a weird pick to get, but I see 17 finishing, I see 15 pace, I see 17 balance, I see 16 work rate. I see a very good backup striker here if Suarez can't hit the back of a net. So for me, I think I've got a really good team. Now, if you've been watching Twitter or anything else like that, then you'll know that everyone's been ridiculing me for picking this team, thinking I've gone for a rubbish team. I genuinely think I have the best team. And I'm not just saying, I genuinely think so. And you know what else? The game agrees with me. If we go to the Streamer Showdown League, go to season preview, look who's top. This guy. So I feel very justified in picking my team. The game clearly thinks, and the game judges this based on player attributes. And that's what I was looking at, player attributes. I think a lot of people thought, oh, Chiellini, he's old, he's not very good. That's real life. It's not Football Manager. You've got to judge the players in this on their Football Manager attributes. And for me, Chiellini is one of the best centre-backs in the game. Maybe one season after the game starts, he does drop off. But right at the start of the game, he is one of the best in the game. So for me, I am very confident. I might not win the league, I might not win the showdown. Obviously, other people might have better tactics than me. They might just outplay me in the game. However, I'm pretty confident that I am not going to be finishing in the bottom like many people are predicting. So that is the Streamer Showdown. We'd love for you to come along and get involved. The lowdown is live from 6:30 tonight on Saturday and tomorrow on Sunday. I will be live from 6:45 tonight, and depending on what happens tonight, should be live around 7 o'clock on Sunday. But of course, keep up to date with the showdown with me over on Twitter and Discord, and you'll find out when everything is going live. So thank you very much. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have done, drop a like on it for me. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us all over on Twitch as well. And I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.